Now let's examine and configure environment security in sudoers, which is crucial for preventing privilege escalation attacks. First off, let's check current environment defaults with sudo grep minus uppercase E for environment, and we'll check for defaults dot asterisk env close double quotes for etc sudoers. We get the defaults. Now let's go ahead and create a demonstration of environment security. Let's create env security directory in sudoers.d directory. So we'll use sudo with sudo -f etc sudoers.d, and let's name it env-security. Again, insert and add the following. Again, we'll start it with a command, environment security demonstration, and add the following lines. Again, defaults for the env user, env_reset. So here, when env user runs sudo, their current environment is discarded and replaced with a clean default one. Here, there is no custom path, no user-defined variables, no sneaky ld_preload scripts. So without this env reset, an attacker could run the following command: export path, for example tmp some malicious :path, and then run some sudo some malicious command. And if tmp malicious contains a fake ls or cat command, it runs as root. And this env reset stops that code. So as best practice, you could use this env reset unless you have a documented reason not to. Now let's add one more defaults for the env user, and that'll be secure_path, and the path is as follows: usr local sbin : then usr local bin : usr local, let's correct it, usr sbin : usr bin : and then /sbin : and /bin. Now let's add one more line. Defaults for the env user, we'll add env_keep equals to language lc _* tz double quotes. So what these two lines do? The first one, defaults env user secure path. It sets a hard-coded trusted path for when env user uses sudo. Even if their normal path is compromised, this ensures only system-protected directories are searched. No user-writable path like tmp or home env bin can be used. And binaries like ls, cp, and v come from trusted locations. For example, if you run sudo whoami, it uses usr bin whoami, not a fake one in home env user bin folder. So this is your first line of defense against binary substitution. The next line, defaults env keep language lc *tz, allows specific safe variables to pass through env reset. So this controls lang and lc*, which is localization, it's language, date format, and so on. And tz is time zone. Why keep them? It prevents garbled output in non-English environments. It ensures logs use correct time zone, and it improves usability without sacrificing security. So these variables are not non-exploit vectors, so it's safe to preserve them. And never use in env keep things like ld preload, path, shell, or ps1. And let's add one more line here. Again, defaults for the env user, env_delete. And let's add the following: ld_preload, ld_library_path. So what it does, it explicitly removes two dangerous environment variables, even if they somehow survive env reset. This our first line. This ELD preload forces the dynamic linker to load a custom shared library and can run arbitrary code as root. And LD library path changes where binaries look for libraries, and it can inject malicious files. So an example attack could be as follows. An attacker could run export ld preload equals to temp malicious.so and then runs the following command, sudo some malicious command. So that .so file runs with root privileges and it's full system compromise. And this line env delete blocks this, even if env reset somehow fails. So as best practice here, always delete these two if you allow any environment at all. And finally, the second section for env user on all servers as root, and we are missing equals here. They can run with no password the following: usr bin env bin echo and usr bin who am I. Okay, let's save this file. Now let's create this test user with, we've got an error here, defaults env user. Okay, let's edit the file and let's move this line here. Defaults env user secure path. So that shouldn't be separated. As you can see, with sudo checked if the syntax is correct. Let's save it. No errors.